All right. It is Tuesday, the 8th. And I don't really think we have much going on in terms of um, news and such. Let's just have a quick look. And where the heck is my CNBC? Well, here's reports, which it's always good to take a look at reports first thing in the morning. See what you got out ahead of you. And what are we looking at? We got balance of trade at 8:30, and that's a market mover. So that'll be interesting. Obviously, it's dropping because we're banning imports from countries, and that has that effect. Um, Job openings tomorrow, and we have oil tomorrow, and that usually makes the market muted. Here's a doozy, man. Thursday, we're looking for the inflation rates, and Friday, consumer sentiment. That's an important one. We got to keep our eye on the rig counts, and those are usually Friday. Usually, those are Friday, and you want to see how the rig counts come in. That'll give you some insight into fuel. If you see more the rig counts growing, that means they're gearing up to produce more fuel, more oil. So that's a good number to watch in this environment. It's probably going to start having a good effect on the market, a strong effect on the market. And then next week we get the Fed interest rate decision, which we know what it is, right? We know it's 25 basis points. We know they're getting a little dovish, but the economic projections and the conference are going to be interesting. And I have here 1:30. Is my time off? No, 5 UTC. So it's usually 2:30. So just keep an eye on that. That's probably going to roll around. Sometimes these things are wrong, but we'll just keep an eye on that. And I'm just so groggy, man. I'm having a hard time getting fired up in the mornings ever since I got up to the mountains. S&P's up 13. That's cool. Oil and Russia are the topic of interest. Um, yeah, COVID deaths higher than it's a new reality. They say far from normal, but this is normal, man. I mean, COVID's in our community. They're talking about the deaths at 10 times other respiratory viruses, but it's it's in our environment. This is normal. We're going to have a COVID death count every year for the rest of our lives. Cutting back on wind power. That's ridiculous. Well, there's some really nice projects going on off of the coast of New York and New Jersey. So I think we'll start getting aggressive into the alternative energies, which is most exciting. So let's have a look at the market. So the market's up 13 right now, relatively flat open. We're going to open up inside this bar. Um, I'll look for a break of the low. I would like to see a hammer today, man. I would like to see it. I mean, I don't see um, another 80-point move, but I would like to see a hammer and then take off. I have this trend line on my Mac Daddy, and I'm hoping that the momentum holds above that. If it does, we should start seeing the momentum swing. If we could roll this around, you see that if we can get a green bar today, then I call that giving me the finger. It's giving me a bearish finger. And when I see that, that's usually a good indication that the market's going to move down. So we get that one red finger, and the Bears put in their fight but couldn't hold it, and turns around, makes a green finger or a green bar, and that's a good indication that the Bulls are out there fighting back, and they're looking to take this market higher. So we're going to take a look at that at the end of the day and see how we close out. And let's just hope we just have that that the Bears gave us the finger, kind of begrudging, like fuck you, you took the market. Oh, there goes my algorithms. So we're going to open up right here. There's really not a whole lot going going on. Even if we look at the 30-minute, we open up inside the 30-minute. Momentum is still a little bearish. So I don't know. I think maybe a push down. I would like to see that. I would like to see a push down and close in a hammer. You know I love my hammers, but hammer is a good sign on a daily chart. Things are about to spin. So yeah, that's it. I mean, how are we looking as far as sold? Um, the 30's fair value. The 60 and the daily are oversold. We didn't go extremely on it, but it's not common that we go extremely oversold on the daily. So, yep, we're just going to keep our eye open for that finger. Let's look at Bitcoin, see if it's given us anything. A lot of bottoming tails. Well, this is this hour. Momentum looks good. 30-minute making bottoming tails. I mean, there's no pattern for me to get involved with on the short term. The big move will be on the daily in that pattern, in that pennant. It's nice to see it consolidating like this, you know? I mean, it was like the Wild West for so many years, and now it's just getting a really nice, orderly trading pattern, becoming a really good trading vehicle. So keep an eye on this pattern right here. I mean, you take the break in either way. As the pattern, as it moves through the pattern, the energy diminishes a little bit. So that could be a drag, but we'll revisit it. It's still in a good place. That's the only thing I could see that I would look at. You could argue that this is a reverse microtrend on the 240. What happened here? There we go. You could argue a reverse microtrend on the 240 here, which would be a continuation pattern down. The momentum would support that too. So it's a little bit sloppy, but you could probably, I mean, you're kind of looking for something here. You know, you're doing a little jump over that right there. But sometimes you get these outliers. I might watch it. I would probably play it, but it's not an A+ setup, so I would go light on this. I wouldn't play it with with a large position, but I would probably play it if it broke that reverse microtrend. And let's look at energy, oil, peaking, baby, peaking. I think it's overdone, and that's what's bringing the market down. Yeah, this is yesterday's. And we're up again. I mean, if we break that, we make a, shooting star. It would have been better if it opened up lower. I mean, the market still has an hour or two to before opening. What time is it? 7 o'clock. So you got about 2.5 hours. It may settle down a little bit. It's only up a buck. Keep an eye on that. That would be good if you had a shooting star. That'd be a nice setup. You could take the break right here, or you could wait for another bar on the daily and watch oil come down, calm down a little bit. On the 60, it looks like if it makes a top over here, you can see the momentum fading off. So it looks like it might be making a top. I wouldn't chase oil. I think the move's in it. I would look for a trend reversal setup or trade or retrace, like a flag or something on a daily. And NVIDIA, XOM, space. We don't want to do stocks. We're just looking at things. Wheat. I don't know. I mean, I don't get involved with something that goes parabolic like this. I don't want to chase it. The pattern's too familiar. It looks like, and look, it looks like it's double topping on the 60. So just be careful on this. Don't chase it. Let it do what it's got to do. Wait for a solid setup. A retrace would be good. You could look for a flag on the daily. 240 momentum is still bullish, but again, I wouldn't chase it. There's a lot of cheap stock behind you. Price should already be in it. You know, this is nothing new. This is not a new idea. You know, and I'll bet this is where it should be. The $9, I bet that's where it settles. And uranium. Put my platinum back up there too. Uranium, uranium, uranium. See, that's settling back nicely. I don't see a trade in it yet. And you can stay positive as long as it's above that trend line. But I don't see a setup where I would take an entry. It's still, I'm just neutral on it. Just neutral. I mean, it could go up, it could go down, but I don't see a setup that would increase my probabilities that I would play some loot down. So hey, I didn't mention it before, but subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. I appreciate that. And I'm streaming live, man. I'll be live at about 9:15. So hop on and check me out. I'll try to get focused and get some trades off. I think we got traded two off yesterday, um, or I kept screwing up actually, and I think I backed away from trading. Yeah, just having a hard time getting the focus. Sometimes, you don't, your game's not on, and you can't force the issue. I mean, you're playing with your money, your capital, and I don't want to have to sit and fight to get back what I lost, and then have to move forward. So if my game's not on, I just sit back and watch the market. And the reason I'm telling you that is that you guys should consider that also. If you're not vibing, you don't get a good night's sleep, you're fighting a cold, you're taking medicine, all these reasons, I sit on my hands, I don't trade. Okay, so hey, that's it, man. Everybody, remember, you should be calm and cool when you trade, get your meditation in, be at peace when you trade, and good luck trading.